Yo, I'm back. OCPCED, baby. Back with another, man. Bro, do you see this title? I had to do this video. You know what I'm saying? It's breaking news now. So I don't know what time it's gonna reach y'all. But check it, bruh. Let's hop straight in. Straight in.
But I'm going to turn it over to Chief McManus to talk a little bit about the city's initial response.
So this don't make no sense, bro. 46 immigrants found dead
The skilled power 440 yard.
in a
Grant Pearson
18-wheeler.
with his
You
twin
dig
brother
what I'm
Parker
talking
in
about?
Texas to an NCAA.
I don't know what they were.
It's a federal investigation, but I'm going to turn it over to Chief McManus to talk a little bit about the city's initial response. You'll hear from Chief Hood as well, and then Councilmember Rocha Garcia will provide some for our Spanish media.
Thank you, Mayor. So I want to emphasize that this is preliminary information and it could change. So the first call came in at about 10 minutes to 6 this afternoon. A worker who works in one of the buildings up here behind me heard a cry for help.
He didn't want to get no specifics. Now you hear him say a worker. You know what I'm saying?
Came out to investigate, found a trailer with the doors partially open, opened them up to take a look, and found a number of deceased individuals inside. So we have 3 people in custody. We don't know if they are absolutely connected to this or not. This investigation has been turned over to HSI. It is now a federal investigation. Turned it over to them about probably 2 hours ago. But
That means somebody else had to come in and take it over. They didn't just give it up and turn it in. Somebody else had to get involved. Federal. You know what that means, right? Federal Bureau of Investigation. FBI. Yeah. Feds involved.
right now we've got 3 folks in custody. And again, this is all preliminary information. I'm going to turn it over to Chief Hood.
Good evening, Charles Hood, San Antonio.
Oh, they done brought the black man in. Oh, man. What a surprise.
Fire Department. Approximately 6 this evening, San Antonio Fire Department responded to 9600 Quintana Road for a report of
This was San Antonio. Oh, God, have mercy.
a dead person. Agent 52 arrived and found the trailer, as Chief McManus mentioned, with a body outside and several that they could visibly see inside once the doors were opened. At this time, we have processed approximately 46 bodies that have been triaged and tagged and declared deceased at this time. Fortunately, we were able to transport 16 people. 12 of those are adults and 4 pediatric. All of them were conscious at the time upon transportation. First patient was transported at 7 minutes after 6, with the last one being transported at 6:57. So a mass casualty with the triage involved. It went very smoothly and very quickly. The patients that we saw were hot to the touch. They were suffering from heat stroke, heat exhaustion, no signs of water in the vehicle. It was a refrigerated tractor trailer, but there was no visible working AC unit on that rig. At this time, we have released all our companies back.
It was a refrigerated tractor trailer, but the refrigerator part didn't work. So it was still a hot trailer that was supposed to be refrigerated. What? Ah.
In service. We used approximately about 60 firefighters, 20 fire engines, and 10 medic units, of which we transported to various local hospitals throughout the city. So it is our hope and prayer that the conditions of those that were transported will improve as we speak. We are currently putting those 60 members through critical incident stress debriefing. Again, we're not supposed to open up a truck and see stacks of bodies in there. None of us come to work imagining that. So we're working through the behavioral health for our folks right now. I'll turn this back over to Dr. Garcia.
See, him or the first guy still never said how the truck got found or got pulled over, or you know what I'm saying? He just says, the first guy just said somebody heard a lady yelling out for help. He didn't say she was at a truck stop. He didn't say they got stopped by the police. It was at a traffic light. He said none of that. He just said, well, a lady heard somebody yelling for help. And just so happened they went around to the back of the truck, and then the door was open, and, you know, we just see dead bodies everywhere. You see what I'm saying, bro? You gotta listen to stuff like this, bro. This is why it's difficult for me to watch the news. Because by the time they put it on her, it's scripted. They're telling you what to say. They're telling you what not to say. Man, let's keep listening.
Answer any questions that you may have later.
Can you just confirm that the numbers that you just gave?
Yes, sir. 16 transported, 12 of those adults, 4 pediatric.
Okay, so 16 survivors, 16 people that's alive. He said 12 of them are adults, 4 or more pediatric, which means children. And you could have just said children, you know, but hey, politically correct.
And 46 that are deceased.
Chief, what was the condition?
And 46 that's deceased, meaning 46 that's passed away, 46 that's dead, bruh. 46 people on the back of a trailer, a 18-wheeler trailer. You know how many trailers we see riding by all day, every day? Day, night, evening, morning, noon. Think about that. 46 people dead, bruh, in one trailer. This is sad, man.
Of those that are transferred?
All heat-related injuries and no fatalities of peds that we know of.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Buenas noches, soy la concejal Rocha García del Distrito 4 y estamos aquí muy tristes esta noche por lo que pasó. Hubo 46 personas fallecidas el día
It's
de
for my
hoy.
Spanish-speaking subscribers, man.
Estuvimos transportando a 16 diferentes.
I got love for my brown people out there, man. Salute. She been tell y'all what's going on.
Personas a hospitales de la área, incluyendo a 4 niños. Les pedimos por favor que les recordamos que esta es una investigación federal. Entonces esta toda
She
es
said federal investigation. Investigation federal. And before that, she said El Niño's children, cuatros, four children. You dig what I'm saying?
información preliminaria. Es lo que sabemos ahorita. Nuestros bomberos estaban aquí, nos llamaron a las 5:51 de la tarde, respondimos con 20 diferentes unidades y esa es la información que tenemos ahorita. Les pedimos que por favor tengan compasión con las familias que venían a buscar una mejor vida para sus familias, que por favor mantengan a aquellos que aún están con nosotros en sus oraciones. Gracias.
46 muertos entonces.
Correcto, 46 muertos.
¿Cuántos de los muertos son niños?
No sabemos cuántos.
No say. I mean, she don't know. I don't know what those quantities mean, but the first word was I don't know, goddamn. I don't know, goddamn it.
Mayor Lynch, can you talk about whether there has ever been a case of this large number of dead in our...
Bro, look at how everybody looking nervous. Look at this, bro. Look at how everybody looking suspicious. You know what I'm saying? And I could have sworn that shit down there said 40 when I first started doing this video. It looked like I think they didn't change it to 46. Bruh. Just look at how everybody looking suspicious and scared. You know what I'm saying? Him, her, him. He got his hands in his pocket. That's of course a sign of suspicion, of being scared in a situation like that. Look at it. He like, man, damn. Somebody finna get fried behind this. Man, come on, man. Let's keep watching, man. Just I'm trying to tell you to notice certain things, man. Things that may seem subtle, but makes big differences. Let's keep watching.
County in our city?
No, there's not. This is the largest that's been in this city as far as I can recall.
And the reporter asked the chief or the police or whoever here he is this the largest number of bodies that's ever been found deceased in the town? You know what I'm saying? In the area where they at in that jurisdiction. And he was like, yeah, that's the only largest number of bodies. We've never found a number of bodies like this, all in one place, just, you know, deceased.
Can you clarify whether it's 3 people in custody? Were they drivers? Were they among the group?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that because it's...
See, that was a good question. The reporter asked, could you identify anybody else, like the driver? You know, was there a passenger? You know what I'm saying? Anything? You got anybody in custody? Any suspect? And listen to what he said, man.
No, there's not. This is the largest that's been in this city as far as I can recall.
He's talking about the body
Can you
count.
clarify whether it's 3 people in custody? Were they drivers? Were they among the group?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that because it's now a federal investigation that's in HSI's ballpark right now.
Oh, he said there are 3 people in custody. That's what he said. There are 3 people in custody. But he is not at liberty to talk about it because the feds got it under their investigation now.
Is SAPD assisting the feds in looking for anyone at this point?
We offered any kind of assistance that they needed. They are handling it by themselves right now.
There it is. They don't even want the police department to help them. That's the Federal Bureau of Investigation. You know what I'm talking about?
Do you know where these were coming from, where they were going? And we heard some reports of people maybe seeing some of those individuals running.
No, we came across this truck after the call came in.
José Carlos, ¿puede dar un mensaje para las familias en nuestros países que se van a enterar de lo que pasó con sus seres queridos, por favor?
Sí, bueno, les ofrecemos nuestras más sinceras condolencias. Sabemos que estas familias venían para darle una oportunidad nueva a sus familias y la ciudad de San Antonio es conocida como una ciudad con mucha compasión. Entonces a todos nos apena mucho que haya pasado esto aquí en la ciudad. Pero a las personas que aún sobreviven, que están en los hospitales, los estamos asegurando que van a estar tratándolos con la caridad más merecida que se merecen unas personas que han sufrido tanto.
Could you tell the position of the people that have been sent to the hospital?
And she hurried up one day.
How bad it was to have some that are just, is that all right?
You know, all of them that left in our ambulances, we're very hopeful that they're going to survive. In a triage situation like this, we made sure that everyone that we came across, all those 46, we put them on a 12-lead monitor to make sure that there were no signs of life, no electrical activity whatsoever. We found that in them, but the ones that we did transport, we do hope that they're all going to survive. They were, again, suffering from heat exhaustion, heat stroke, the same things that any of us would get if we're out in the elements for a long period of time without any water. But again, we're hopeful that they're all going to survive. A couple of P's that we sent off last, again, they were conscious and alert, but just again, very weak. None of these people were able to extricate themselves out of the truck. So they were still in there awaiting help when we arrived.
Were there any air holes in the truck or anything like that?
None that I've noticed, and again, interestingly enough, we had the hot truck a couple of years ago, and you could see things like that. Really didn't notice anything with this truck.
So you say they weren't able to extricate themselves out. What do you mean by were they not able to?
Joey, meaning just being too weak and stay to actually get out and help themselves.
So who did they go for them? You know how they got out, the weapons they found on the ground?
Some got out, again, but we don't know all of that. But again, the majority of people that we transported, we helped them out and made sure they were transported to appropriate facilities.
He the only one trying to give some type of explanation, some type of answer to the question. Why is that? I don't understand that. He's the only one that's trying to give some type of explanation. Everybody else like, hey man, Fed's handling it, bruh. I can't, hey, it's out of our hands now. But why they leave the black man? And why is he trying to explain this shit?
Do you have any idea how long they have been in there based on what their...
No, I don't have any idea at this time.
What are the ages of the pediatric patients?
I don't know. We're checking on that. And again, I don't want to be too specific on that, but they are, teenagers, young adults that we found.
Did anybody here with a Mexican consulate or something like that?
Not to my knowledge. I think that's being attempted right now.
Do you know if these folks are migrants?
I have no idea, Joey.
Chief, are these mostly men, or are they women? Is it a mix of?
It's going to be a mix, absolutely a mix. And going up, looking at the scene, there's a mix of males and females that are deceased.
Dead are children?
No, that we have found. We have not found any dead pediatrics at this time.
I can see somebody with a Mexican consulate probably can he just to let us know why.
Look at us scared. They looking, bro.
Tony, what's your question?
Yeah, I can see somebody with a Mexican government over here, and why? We know if they're Mexicans, and that's why we excuse them.
I don't know that, Tony. That I don't know either.
Chief, are you able to tell us any?
Check him out. Now you see his response to the question. I don't know that. That I don't know either. You know what I'm saying? Check him out, man.
Do you have any of their national origins? Do you know if anyone
No,
American?
not at this point.
You know what language they communicate to?
I don't.
Do you know if they were coming from Laredo, or?
I don't.
When the truck was found, it was on the side of the road, but the three suspects in the custody were still there, so did you think that it just...
Actually, they weren't. So, but beyond that, I'm going to leave it vague.
Okay.
Again, this is an HSI federal investigation right now, and beyond the general details of what happened and who was injured, how many were injured, we're not going to go into anything further than
And
that.
is this one already on the ground?
HSI was here
Look at him on the phone.
probably 3.5 hours ago, and we spoke, and
Look at her on the
about
phone.
45 minutes after that, they took over the investigation.
Chief, are you confident that everybody who was in the truck has been accounted for? There's no...
No, I'm not. We had our canines out here going through the woods, and we may have to do that again tomorrow in the light of day.
Oh, look
Is
at
there
him
any
talking.
indication as to how many people were at one point in that truck?
No.
I have a question for the mayor. Mayor, a couple of years ago, the city of Atlanta had an office helping migrants, just giving water. We noticed that there is a lot of them now kind of stopping in Province Park. Is there any idea of could we do the same thing or not maybe?
Yeah, we have been working to assist migrants who are here seeking asylum, as we have throughout the year, every year. We know that there's been increasing volumes over the last 6 months, 12 months related to the policies. But our work again is to provide humanitarian assistance. This is a far different situation than what we see.
What can the city do for those 16? What can the city do for those 16 who are in the hospital? who are in the hospital? What can the city do for them?
Well, I mean, they're going to provide medical aid and try to revive the folks and make sure that they get healthy. Beyond that, this again is a federal investigation, and so related to what happens with that part of it, we're going to have to wait for the federal teams to brief us.
Mayor, what is your reaction? This might be one of the deadliest smuggling investigation, and it's happening right here in our community.
It's tragic. You know, there are that we know of 46 individuals who are no longer with us, who had families, who were likely trying to find a better life. And we have 16 folks who are fighting for their lives in the hospital. Our focus right now is to try to bring aid to them as best we can. But this is nothing short of a horrific human tragedy.
One more question.
Mayor, this is not the first time this has happened. In 2017, there were 10 people found dead in a Walmart, and we see smuggling incidences like this happen all the time. What can the city do to help prevent these from happening again, because they keep happening?
Well,
that was a good question. He said that this is not the first time that a large amount of bodies has been found in a trailer or 18-wheeler like that. So the question is to the mayor of San Antonio, what can be done to prevent this from happening again?
You know, you're asking, you know, how do we solve the migration crisis in North America? I don't know if the city has the answer to that. Our job is not to ask why, our job is to ask how we can help. And so that's what you're seeing with the medical assistance. And then as far as the federal investigation goes, that's in the hands of the feds. And then, you know, I'm sure there'll be more questions and hopefully some answers as we move forward.